let me show you a few gestures that you can do on your iPad. So when you start off with the home screen, once you've logged in, there's a few different swipes and things that you can do to access some more information. If you swipe down from the top of your screen, for example, it'll show you your notifications, things that you have been, have set in your apps that will pop up and notify you of things time to time. New messages, new emails, calendars, things like that. If you swipe from the left side of the screen over, and you do it all the way over, so if you're somewhere in the middle of your pages of apps, go all the way to the first page and then continue swiping. This is also part of the notification center, but this one is customizable. This gives you what they call widgets. These are little chunks or little blocks of information, and you can control what information goes in here. There's an edit button at the bottom, and when you hit edit, you can pick and choose what information you want to show up in here. Now, the one thing I would recommend that you add to your widgets is one called batteries. When I add batteries to my widgets and hit done, it will now show me what my battery life is on my iPad, and also what the battery life is on my Apple Pencil at any given time. So now, anywhere I'm at, no matter what I'm doing, I can just go home and swipe from the left side of the screen, and I can see what my battery life is on my Apple Pencil. Now, if I swipe up from the bottom of the screen, this is what's called my control panel. The control panel will show me some of my recently used apps, and I can click on these to jump back and forth. I can also swipe up to close an app, which you really only have to do if you have an app that's not cooperating, something that's acting goofy. But then on the right-hand side of your control center, you have some shortcuts. So I have an airplane mode to turn things, all the network off of my device. I have Wi-Fi, I have Bluetooth, I have a mute button, I have do not disturb, which turns off all notifications. At the very bottom, I should see an option here that gives me screen mirroring. This screen mirroring option allows me to choose my Apple TV. So this is what allows me to mirror my Apple TV. You simply click on it and swipe through the list till you find your room number, and you'll be able to mirror your iPad screen onto your Apple TV. But again, this is also customizable. So in this case, if I go to my settings app, I have a setting called Control Center. And if I go to Control Center and I set it to customize controls, there's a whole bunch of other options I can add to there. A couple you might want to consider. There is an Apple TV remote. You can actually pair your iPad to your Apple TV and use it as the remote control for your Apple TV, which is handy if you can't find your remote control. The other one I'd highly recommend that you turn on is one called screen recording. When I have these turned on and I hit home to go back, now if I swipe up from the bottom, I have a couple new buttons here. I have an Apple TV button, all right, which allows me to choose and to navigate my Apple TV. And then this is my screen recording button that allows me to actually record my iPad screen and my voice to create my own tutorial videos, similar to the one you're watching right now. So those are a couple gestures and some things that you can do to help navigate in your iPad.